Welcome to my channel Living Linux. In my previous video I showed you BredOS on the Orange Pi RV2, a RISC-V single board computer. After I posted the video on YouTube, they told me that Vulkan should be working. So, before we have a look at Vulkan, some other things. So someone said he wants to try it on the Orange Pi R2S, and as soon as they receive the board, it's on its way, they will try to release an image. So that's good news for the Orange Pi R2S. And I'm also busy with the BredOS team, but I need to find my TTL cable, because I tried to get BredOS working on my Muse Pi Pro, but that didn't work. And yeah, for better debugging, then it's probably better to have a TTL connection, but I need to find that cable. And one more thing, in my previous video I forgot to tell you about the BredOS installer. It will let you create a user and set the locale, and it doesn't start automatically, but you can install it by installing baker-gui and baker-gui. Yeah, that's what happens when you're using so many different distros. So I don't need to install it again, but once you have installed it, then restart it, and then the installer should pop up. So now that we have that all out of the way, so they said Vulkan is working. So yeah, one of the first tests that I tried is, well, I installed mangohud and the vulkan-tools, and then I tried vkQube, and as you can see here, 60 frames per second. And yeah, once it stabilizes, then there's limited CPU usage, so that is an indication that Vulkan is running on the GPU. And yep. So the API version is 1.3. So that's all looking good, and you can see that it is the proprietary driver. It's not the open source driver. But at the moment, beggars can't be choosers, so if you want to have Vulkan, then at the moment this is the way to go. So after that I tried vulkan-Quake, and you can find the instructions to build it on their GitHub. So there's even instructions for Arch Linux, because BredOS is based on Arch. And you need to have the game files, and you can get the shareware version, for instance, on the Internet Archive. So, vkQuake. So I put the game files here. It needs to be lowercase, and this one also needs to be lowercase. So yeah, sound isn't working, but yeah, they are trying to fix that, but they can't make any promises at the moment. So let's try to run that with mangohud. So I'll just let it run with default settings. So this looks playable to me. I think it's 1280 by 720, something like that. So let's see the options, video, yeah, 1280 by 720. So yeah, this looks playable to me. Looks smooth, and it looks like that the GPU is the biggest bottleneck and the CPU not so much. So that is vulkan-tools. Now, one other thing that I tried is SuperTuxKart, and I'm not really sure if I can get that working with Vulkan or not, but yeah, you can find the instructions on the GitHub. I'll put the link in the description of the video. And oh, sorry, yeah, let's see. So they will say that yada yada yada. Think that they will say something about building it with Vulkan. Or did I miss that? Did I already scroll past that one? Oh yeah, you need to disable the, well, at least I disabled the in-game recorder. Oh yeah, shader C for Vulkan support. So I went back to my notes and I installed GLSLC and shader C. So I'm not really sure if this is really mandatory or not, but it doesn't hurt to install it. So, and this is the cmake command. And other than that, you can just follow the instructions. So let's see. We go to SuperTuxKart and I think it's this one. Yep, SuperTuxKart. So yeah, I think that mangohud is not really stable with this, so we'll just do it without mangohud. So let's see. So it does report something about Vulkan. But yeah, it is complaining that it doesn't find proper OpenGL support. But yeah, I'm just playing it with the standard settings. So let's see. Yeah, so show the FPS. And let's just try to play a game. It's not very responsive. So you can see that I already tried it a couple of times. So I'm not 100% sure if it's using Vulkan or not, but you can see in the logging that, or at least you saw that it tried to do something with Vulkan. And yeah, this looks playable to me. Oops. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, this is not my kind of game, but oops. So, but I guess you get the idea. So now the last thing is, oh yeah, just you can try to explicitly start it with Vulkan, but I didn't see any difference with that. So, but you can try it and see if it works better for you or not. Yeah, I don't need that one. Yeah, llama.cpp with Vulkan. It does work, but it's not very fast on the Orange Pi RV2. Yeah, I also tried, for instance, llama.cpp on Intel N100 on the integrated GPU, and there also the CPU was faster than running it on the integrated GPU. So I'm still going to show you llama.cpp with Vulkan on the Orange Pi RV2, not because I recommend running it on the integrated GPU, but just to show you that it works. And then hopefully in the future, when we get like faster RISC-V chips, and hopefully also with faster integrated GPU, that this is a possibility. So let's see. Yep. So I'm using small LLM, 135 million parameters, so that's a very small model, but it's still quite slow. So I'm showing you in real time, and I'll put some chapters in the YouTube video so that you can skip ahead. Because yeah, it's really slow on this Imagination Technologies integrated GPU. But on the other hand, it doesn't use that much power. So yeah. So let's try this. And I'm going to show you the monitor, so you can see that it does still use the CPU, but not all the time. And then after a while, then the CPU load should come down. And then I assume that it is running mainly on the integrated GPU. So now you can see that the CPU load is going down. Still one CPU thread at 100%, but all the other ones are dropping. Now they're all dropping. And hopefully it wants to give an answer. Well, it did give an answer last time I tried this, but it's not really stable. Not really sure what the cause is of that. If it's an issue with the Vulkan driver or so. But the good thing is that we do have a working Vulkan driver on a RISC-V single board computer on the integrated GPU, and hopefully we can get this working on more single board computers with the SpacemiT K1 chip. And the Kai X1 is yeah, probably almost identical to the SpacemiT K1. Yeah, so I think CPU load goes up one more time, and then after this I think it should start work on its response. So you can see that it's, yeah, so now you can see that it starts working on the response. But at the moment it's still better to run large language models on the CPU. And yeah, perhaps Vulkan is not, oh, interesting. Didn't do that last time, but like I said, it's not really stable. So, but because it's so slow, then I don't feel like testing with a larger model. Let's try that one more time. Why is this? Just let's start over. So again, I'll put the chapters in the description of the video. Well, you know what? I'll just pause the video, and then we'll come back when the prompt is ready. So here's the prompt again. Let's try why is the sky blue? And I'm going to pause the video because you could see with the previous attempt what the actual time span is. So well, looks like it doesn't want to play along. So I'm going to stop this one. So yeah, the good part is that we have a working Vulkan driver. So yeah, it's not a good idea to try to run a large language model with that on this RISC-V board. And yeah, hopefully in the near future you can try BredOS on more RISC-V single board computers. So this is all for now, and I hope to see you again in my next video.